Rejoice, stand up and follow me. If you see the way I stood up like a queen and followed my school father, like, how will I put it? Like an eyesore. Jesus, that's even worse than calling her ugly. But anyways, she was quite ugly looking. I said it, short and ugly. Hey beautiful people, welcome to another video. If you are new here, welcome on board. My name is Rejoice Dede. So guys, this video is the part 2 of the previous story time I filmed earlier. So yeah, the boarding school chronicles. So without further ado, let me just jump right into this video. As usual, I will tell 2 stories. So this first story happened when I was in GSS 3. Yeah, I was in GSS 3 at the time. So when I entered GSS 2, my elder sister, my immediate elder sister, joined me in my school. This current story now, as I was in GSS 3, she was in SS2. So they gave them post. Of course, SS2, that's when they give posts and all that stuff. So there was this particular senior that came to the hostel when he was in SS2, and he was, I don't know, probably he had it in his mind to do ever since, but then he was too zealous with being a senior in SS2 at the time. The school bossa liked him, and then they gave him spoon and plate prefect. At the time, the school gave all of us plates and spoons, like to eat with, and cutlery sets and all that stuff to eat with. So after eating, he would be the one to make sure that the whole plates are complete and all that stuff. So they gave him spoon and plate prefect. We used to use it like inside, we'll use it to laugh and mock him and all that stuff. So anyways, yeah, their post and all. So it was on the day that they were giving them post, and then we were all happy, and you know, the whole ceremony and all that stuff. My sister, they gave her the hostel prefect for the female hostel prefect. Then we all felt they would give this spoon and plate prefect, that we thought they would give him the refectory prefect. I mean, you're already the spoon and plate prefect, you would be the refectory prefect. That's like dining hall prefect basically. So that's what we thought they would give him. So yeah, then they gave the refectory prefect to somebody else. Then we were all shocked. Jesus, what is going on? So then they gave another guy that was my sister's classmate the male hostel prefect. Yeah. Then now let's call the senior prefect, because you know, I mean, they'll call up post until it leads to the senior prefect. Let's call the senior prefect. I think at the time they've already called the person we thought would be the senior prefect. They've already given him the disciplinarian. We're not like, hope is not what we are thinking though. Anyways, time to call the senior prefect. That's how they called this spoon and plate prefect as the senior prefect. We are not happy because we did not really like him, but then what to do, they gave him the post. Fine and good, right? They gave him the post, the ceremony ended. Little did we know that these people had us in mind ever since. Like, okay, what happened? So after their everything, school closed and all that stuff, okay, boarding hour, we had eaten dinner, and you know, after dinner then would go for prep. I think dinner is by 7:30 dinner, prep starts. So after eating, it's normal to, you know, dilly-dally here and there, and then you would not immediately go for prep that 7:30, although ordinarily you're supposed to leave by that 7:30, but then you would just dilly-dally here and there. Let's say 7:35, you know, you do some kind of things. So that's how it was for everybody, because I mean, who would be rushing to go for prep by 7:30? It's not as if we enjoyed reading. So that's how we finished eating dinner, and then we were waiting or preparing to go for prep. I told you guys in the previous story that our hostel, the female hostel, was a story building. So we were coming down in groups, in friends and all that stuff, coming down for our prep, only for us to see the male hostel prefect, because okay, the post is hostel and prep prefect. Yeah, hostel and prep prefect. Only for us to not see the male hostel prefect waiting for us at the, the bottom side of the staircase now, like you're literally ascending down, descending rather. So we were coming down, and then he was waiting for us with very big, long, gigantic cane. And then the senior prefect was there as well. Little did we know that these people already had it in mind. Like, if you knew, because my school was not really that school that discipline was really a thing, seniors being actually like actual bullies and all that stuff. But we did not know that these people had been craving to be bullies all this while. Anyways, they came down. Like, my own point was, if you knew this would be, you wanted this regime or your regime to be different, you'd simply give a little pep talk, probably while we were all eating or something, that immediately you go upstairs, you come down from prep, this is a new era, just tell us so we would be aware. You did not tell us that this is going to be an era for change or anything. They just came waiting for us at the down of their stairs with their very big cane. I mean, I was in JSS3 at the time, so SS3 and JSS3 had one prep class, the exam classes. So we were waiting to go down. We came down, and then of course my classmates, they have already flogged them, and I saw the way they were flogging them. Like, they were flogging them like they wanted to kill them. Like, I did teaching practice, I'm an education student, and when I flogged, I only flogged to inflict pain. Not literally you want to kill somebody. That's how they were flogging my classmates. I was seeing their hands, their faces. I knew that like the way they were flogging them, it was very, very painful. And to be honest, in my junior secondary school, I don't know, they flogged us too much. Teachers, students, that like they flogged us too much that you just have to know how to shine cane. It has to be a way for you to cope, a coping mechanism for you to know how to shine cane, unless you're going to be crying every day. So of course I knew how to shine cane, because from just as one, they have been flogging me blue black. Anyways, it got to my turn, and they flogged me. Like, flogged me. You know how something will pain you? They flogged me, no problem. I was so angry, like I was boiling in anger. All my friends, I think they shined cane, some cried here and there. We then went to our class, like the prep class. It was in the downstairs of that our hostel too. So we went to the prep class, and I think I just went to drop my books there. Then I think I was going upstairs. That's the class buildings now. The class building was opposite the hostel, so you can go charge your things in class. Like, there are some sockets that were working. So I went upstairs to charge, and while I was going upstairs, please guys, as you're hearing the crowing of these cocks, please bear with me. My dad trained a lot of livestock. Anyways, as I was going upstairs, I think my friend and I, we were able to walk in together. So I was climbing the stairs and going to the class buildings, like climbing upstairs. So as I was passing, I was lamenting and I was angry, like remembering it. I knew I was very, very angry. So I climbed upstairs, and it pained me more because, I mean, the boy that was the hostel prefect was my sister classmate. They took me because that kind of thing, that they are friends with my sister. So with that, I'm their baby, and then they flogged me like that. Anyways, as I was climbing the stairs, I was just muttering, I was angry, and then I was like, let me see the idiot that will flog me again. I know I said it. So the senior prefect heard when I said, let me see the idiot that will flog me again. And it was the hostel prep and / prep prefect that flogged me. So he now called him. Hey, did you come and hear what Rejoice said? He now told him that Rejoice said, let me see the idiot that would flog me again. He then turned to me. I think he was, I don't even know, but he then turned to me and asked me, did I say it? I said yes. He was not like I should go to his prep class and lie down. I told him that my eyes is paining me, that I cannot lie down. The stupid excuses we used to give in secondary school, though, at that time. What is my eyes is paining me, I cannot lie down? Anyways, I told him that I had eye pain and I cannot lie down. He then said, okay, I should go and kneel down. My friend was with me now, so I think she just followed me. I went to charge my torch, then I went to his prep class to kneel down. So I was kneeling down there, and then another guy that was their classmate, I don't think they gave him a genge post like that, all those minimal post, let me not call it rubbish, but all those minimal posts. And then he saw me kneeling down, and then I was like, why was I kneeling down? I told him what happened, and then he was like, oh, they will calm down, that the post is just shocking them and all that stuff. I could care less, honestly. I was just kneeling down there. Unknowingly to me, that my friend, that both of us walked upstairs, had already gone downstairs. Remember I told you guys that I was JSS3 and SS3 stay in the same prep class together. So, and at the time I had a school father. I don't even know how he became my school father, but he was just a guy that was dating my sister's classmate, and I used to call her my mother. Whoa, Sha, then Asha. It was not really an official thing, but then I knew that they were like my school parents, that kind of thing. So she had gone downstairs, and then she did not come with me. So my school father now asked, why am I not with her? So I came, and then she told me, oh, senior so told her to kneel down because she said this, said that, said this, said that. He now came upstairs, as I was kneeling down there waiting for the judgment they will give me. Probably they will behead me. So as I was there kneeling down, he just walked in, and at the time his walking step was very chill, you know, somebody that has authority and power. He just walked into the class, and at that time the senior, that's the hostel prefect that told me to kneel down, was not there. So he was just walking. So basically, two of them walked in together, and then he was just like, Rejoice, stand up and follow me. That's my school father. Rejoice, stand up and follow me. If you see the way I stood up like a queen and followed my school father. So the hostel and prep prefect was not like senior so don't do this, you know, so they respect you, not do like this. I was like, why will you tell her to kneel down? You have already flogged her, it's not enough. That's how I followed my school father and went with him, and there was nothing he could do because of course my school father was already in SS3 and all that stuff. That's how I followed him, and that was it. I felt so happy. I mean, yeah, I was like, so this is how it's sweet to have a school father. Anyways, that was all for that first story. Diving right into the second story. The second story happened when I was in GSS2. I've already told you guys in the first story that for some very nonsense reason, they used to flog us too damn much. Like it was crazy. Anyways, the second story, I was in GSS2. We had a form teacher. My elder sister would say nobody's ugly, but that woman was like, how will I put it? Like an eyesore. Jesus, that's even worse than calling her ugly. But anyways, she was quite ugly looking. I said it, short and ugly. I'm such a bad person. Anyways, that's how my form teacher was, and that's how wicked she was, and that's how she would go about flogging people everywhere. Like, she was very mean. Let me just put it like that. She was a very mean person. Anyways, they gave a rule that or rather a roster, basically days that the person some set of people are going to fetch water for the teachers to use to wash their hands after teaching and all that stuff, because at that time my school was still using chalkboard. So water that the teacher is going to use to wash their hands after teaching and all that stuff, and roster for sweeping and all. So on that particular day, my friend and she was in the hostel as well. She was a boarder. So we both of us were the ones in charge of changing water. And that day, there was no water in the school. No water at all. Both for boarders, day students, everybody, there was no water. I think that day the school authority gave us bag of pure water to share amongst ourselves to use and bathe. So there was no water in school. And then there's no water. We boarders did not see water to bathe. How do you expect us to change the water in the class that teachers are supposed to use to wash their hands? So she came to the class, and then the water was not changed, of course. So she asked who were the people in charge of changing the water. And prior to this woman have been so wicked to me. I remember a time where, oh God, they were so wicked. A teacher was in the class dictating, and then the class was rowdy. I'm a very short person, so I've always been in the front seat. So when they were dictating, I was basically writing while others were making noise at the back and all. Before you know, the teacher that was dictating just said, started flogging all of us. Open your hand, open your hand. I was like, Auntie, I'm not making noise. Auntie, I'm not making. That's how this woman flogged me from my head. Like, flogged me all over my body. If I catch them, I will sue all of them. Flogged me on my body. As if that was not enough, the small witch was still outside asking, who has to sweep the corridor? The person don't sweep the corridor well. After they had flogged me, like the way they flogged me all over my body, she called me outside and told me to put my leg at the top of my school. Was a 2-story building, like the classes building. So I put my leg on the down part of the railing and flogged me at the back of my leg, like six at the back of my leg. Imagine the emotional torture and physical torture that day. Anyways, that aside, so she asked who get the people in charge of changing water. My friend and I came out that we were in charge of the changing water. So she told us to go to her office and lie down. She was not staying in the staff room. She was staying, I think, in the computer room, and not much teachers were there. I think she was even the only one there. So she told us to go and lie down in her office. So both of us went there and laid down. We are just there lying down. I think she then came and started talking with her very tiny, ugly voice. And started talking, we did not change water, we did not do this, we did not do that, which we knew. And then we explained to her that there was no water, that both of us are boarders, there's no water in the school. What do you want us to do? We did not have access to money. It's not as if we can buy pure water and put in the bowl or something. Like, we did not know what to do or anything. Like, our excuse was very valid. It's not even an excuse, it was the reality. Like, there was no water, so there's nothing we can do about it. So this lady now carried, we are lying down, cane that she's going to flog us. I told you people, from just 1, just 2, just 3, I did shine cane die. Like, I used to shine cane when I got to senior class, because they did not used to flog us as much as they used to flog us in junior class. I became scared of cane. But then in junior class, expect the worst at any point in time. Like, any teacher can just come and flog you rubbish. So she told us to lie down, and then she wanted to flog us. She wanted to flog us 12 on our buttocks. These are girls, so we teenagers, maybe adolescent girls at the time, but we were well entering into puberty, and then you wanted to flog us in our buttocks. No problem. So she collected the cane and was flogging me. I was the first person she flogged. So she started flogging me, and I used to shine cane. So she flogged me till it got to 10, and I did not shake. She then raised my pinafore up and saw that it was not really a tight I wore, just a normal knicker. So she felt that the knicker was so big that's why I did not, because she expected me to be written on the floor and shouting, I don't have time for all those ones. Flog me, let me get out of here. So that's how this woman flogged me when it got to 10, raised up my pinafore and saw that I was wearing a knicker. Now started again and flogged me 22 on my buttocks. I did not even make any sound. I did not shake. She flogged me, and as she was flogging us, she kept saying, if you like, report me to the principal. Flogged her wickedly with how short she was. Flogging us as I'm flogging you. If you like, report me to the principal. I don't care. Flogging us. She flogged me 22. I stood up. Time to flog my friend. That one is drama queen on her own. As the flogging her, she will twist, turn, twist, flog. Anyways, they flogged her 12. She did not cry. So after the flog, she just stood up, dusted her body, but she was shaking and all that stuff. Dusted her body. I was like, rejoice, let's go to the principal's office. And the small witch that said we shouldn't, if you like, report to the principal, ran out of the office. What did you just say? She said, I'm going to the principal's office. You said we should report you to the principal if we were like, and I want to report you because that was an animalistic behavior. Why would you flog? Do you know how tiny we were in JSS2? And then you were flogging us on our buttocks for that matter. Or like, she's going to report us to the principal. She's like, hey. My friend carried me. I went to the principal's office. I think the principal was attending to somebody or so. As we were there waiting for her, my sister came. I think she wanted to talk to the principal. So as I saw my sister, the ocean of tears that dripped from my eyes, like, you know how the emotions will not just be so... I started crying. I was crying. It didn't even drew the attention of the principal. Like, what's that? What's going on? And then that's how we told her what happened. I mean, somebody that they flogged 22. If you see my thigh, my bum, spotty wave. At that time, we used to say spotty wave. Back of my feet. I remember the time she flogged me at the back of my leg that I was washing clothes, and a senior, a day student passed. I was like, Jesus, what happened to your leg? That's how our legs, our back, our body was designed. If I'm a parent and I see some, like my child with that kind of marks, that teacher is going to collect. Anyways, we reported to the principal. I don't know if the principal did anything. I don't know. All we know is that some months after, we did not see her in school. I refuse to believe that it was because of us. Probably, maybe there were other complaints about her. So yeah, that's it. That's how the small witch was so wicked to us, and she flogged us mercilessly. At the end of the day, thank God she left the school and she came to visit one time. It's her childhood. I don't wish her bad, but anyways, yeah. So that's it. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. I know that the stories were interesting as usual. So anyways, I still have a lot of stories to tell you. I think there'll be a part 3. But anyways, we have come to the end of this video. If you know you enjoyed it, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'll definitely do a part 3 because I know I still have like 2 or 3 more stories that stand out a lot that I want to share with you guys. Anyways, that will be all for today. Do well to do the usual, of course, and of course I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. So she told us to lay down, told us to lay down.